Howdy y'all, welcome back to Mayhem's Fab Lab. Today what we're going to work on, getting the old transmission back from the shop. Alright! Had a little switcheroony on the old LSTJ. So we'll be going over that. And then the old white buffalo, when towing our camper, sometimes it just gets a skosh hot in the old transmission levels. And when I say a skosh hot, it's not like overheating or anything like that, but I want more cooling. So we're going to put a transmission cooler on it. Stay tuned. Howdy y'all. Welcome to the Mayhem's Fab Lab channel. Well, howdy y'all. I have some news that I'm excited about. I am on my way back from the transmission house. I got myself one of them there transmissions. It's all redone up and stuff. Got a new converter. Got a shift kit in that some gun. Got my adapter kit for that there Jeep transfer case. What else we got in that thing? We got the Corvette shift servo. I mean, it's just gonna be just a ripper. So I hope y'all are excited as I am. Well, howdy y'all, welcome back to the Fab Lab. We're in here, just got done cleaning up some stuff. But I wanted to show you, got a new little home. Right there. There's, whoop, whoop, right there. There it is. There's a transmission. And check this out. So, transmission obviously is going to be going in the Jeep, but right now that's where the home is. But check that out. I got both of the pallet racks up. Heck yeah, brother! Kind of a Cletus McFarland-ish thing. All right. I don't know what to do with my hands. Now, today, we're working on a white Buffy. Okay? We're going to take the factory transmission cooler, which is sufficient for most people, but not for Mayhem. And gonna be upgrading to the old MISHIMOTO. Hold on, pause. Had to go look at the old description because I totally forgot. It is a MISHIMOTO 14-row tube and fin cooler. Different from the stack plate cooler. Supposedly it flows 97% more. So we're going to throw her on today. I don't honestly know the differences. I just did the reading from MISHIMOTO and some other sites where basically it said, you know, when with a stack plate, when oil comes in, wherever it comes in from, and goes across the core, by the time it gets to the end of the core, there's a lot of fluid restriction flow, that it has a lot less pressure, which is not good for transmissions when you're towing, because you need all the pressure you can get so that you can keep the fluid flowing, la-di-da. The tube and fin flows a lot more, 97% more, according to MISHIMOTO. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to put some more coolant and more flow through that thing. So let me flip y'all around. We're going to get to work. All right, first thing y'all want to do disc jockey. Now, get one of these here because you're dealing with transmission fluid. And grab yourself one of these here drain pans. you shouldn't be losing a lot of fluid, but just make sure that, you know, you got something down there so that if you do drain a little bit, it ain't too bad. But all you got to do with this, pretty darn simple. Pull this guy off like that. Same thing over here. Pull it out. Yep, just like so. Okay, well. All right, you want to do this one first because theoretically this should drain down and go back into the transmission. So you want to not do this clamp first. You want to do this clamp so you can take this fitting off here. Oops. Come on, Bessie. That thing hurts. Let's see if I can get this thing up a little bit further. There we go. Now, there she comes. Woo! Okay, see, nothing really came out of that. Then with this one, I'm going to kind of tilt this like that and let it drain for a little bit. Just stand here, play the Jeopardy theme song in your head, go doo 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 doo. And that should be long enough. Hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. Take that down. And just break the seal a little bit. Start taking it out. You don't really want to mess with these lines too much, so oh, you little guy. Kudos to Ford on the, see, here, let me slide you in here just a little bit. Look here. Kudos to Ford on the knurling on this thing, or the ridges. Pfft. They work. Pause for a brief moment. Okay, I went and got some gloves and worked it around a little bit. All I had to do was just put pressure on this and pull up with this one. Don't try to pull down with this one because those are hard lines. Pull up on this. So it should come out here. Oh, yep, just like that. Looky there. Not even a drip. Man. So, here's a size comparison for you. That'll help out a little bit too. Nice size there. Okay. All right, back at it. Got this guy here. Got to take these little doomajiggies off of it, whatever you want to call them. Some people call them condoms, but you know, I'm not doing that. So, but what I am going to do is Let's use those on this. Oh, oh boy. Whoo, that'll be fun, because that's bigger. Okay, well, we take these condom thingy-majiggies off, and look here. I mean, it just slips right on. And I had trouble getting that off of the other one. Uh-oh. So, in your pack here, from MISHIMOTO, you get worm gear clamps, and a card this card here. And this is basically, use the long side of this note card to cut the upper transcooler to 2.5 millimeters, or 2.5 inches, 65 millimeters. So, what you do, put it on like that, find that line, cut it right there. That's what you're supposed to do. So let me go get my hose cutter majiggy, and I'll be back. Alright, so what you do, take this here, pretty simple, mark it at the bottom, or put it to the bottom, take your marker thingy, make a mark, cut it right there. It's just that simple. Now, I could not find my hose pliers or hose cutters, so fortunately I'm going to do the wrong thing or the right thing, use my garden shears. See? Good as new. Okay, let me scoot you all back. Zoop. All right, so the next tool you need is this, a 5/16 socket on a 1/4 inch driver, screwdriver thingy-majiggy, or a regular flathead screwdriver. I like these, but pick your poison. All right. Then we take this and we, like that. You want the M to be showing, and obviously, you know, just make it pretty self-explanatory. Oh, I forgot. We got to take these off, the old spring clamps. We don't need those where we're going. Ow, that feels really bad. That hurts. Ow. Woo! Sheesh. Alright, and then you put these on. I prefer to put them out like this rather than like this, but you can do it however the heck you want. I gotta put this side on. I already cut this, so we're good there. Probably, I'm gonna do it this way. There we go. Okay. All right, now you just put, well, probably, I don't know, will it fit? No, I'm gonna have to plug this in first and then plug it into the, holy smokes. Woo, doggy. Woo. That thing does not want to go on there. do this without tearing this thing up. Man. I think this would be the best option. Let me take this out and lubricate it a little bit with some transmission fluid. I'll be back. I gotta go grab the transmission fluid. So, for those of you who do not know, I believe it's, well, it might say on here. I don't know what year that this goes down to. I think it might be 2011 and newer, but it uses the Mercon LV for low viscosity. Not to be confused with Mercon V for 5. So, I talked to my transmission guy that's doing the LS thing, and he said make sure to use this stuff. So, I'm making sure to use this stuff. But what I'm going to do, pop this thing here open. Oh. And, oh. I have one of these multi-purpose piston oil pump thingies. I got this specifically for this, for the future part of this project, which you will see why I got this, but it'll work perfect for this too. Alright. I'm just going to pour some of this here in here. I'm going to go on the ground and do it down here. You guys don't need to see this. Okay, got some fluid in there. So, what we'll do, start pumping it. I guess. Oh, there we go. I just want to get a dab of this stuff on there. Just like that. Now, it dripped off a little bit. Let me go grab a rag and clean that up, and then we'll be golden. Alright, let's try to get this thing on here now. Woo! You may have oversized this for this hose there, MISHIMOTO. Wow. Well, guys and gals, as I sit here and edit this, I'm looking at the stupidity that is mayhem. Pro tip, lessons learned from mayhem after watching this deal here. Do yourself a favor and cover your radiator core or your transmission cooler core or whatever with cardboard, and then wrap it in like painter's tape, so that when stuff like this happens and it drops and falls into something, or you're knocking it around and hitting stuff, you don't bend the fins, because that could end up ruining your day. Luckily, it did not later on. I've figured out. However, just pro tip. on with the show. Oh, I wish that I could, like, not feel like I'm gonna break this hose off. That thing is tight. Pardon me, 1 second. Alright, well this guy was a little bit of a humdinger. Had to grab an extra set of arms because I didn't want to keep banging it up against this. Not really good for thin things like radiators and coolers and intercoolers and whatever. But I got it on there. I didn't get it all the way up as far as I wanted, but it's beyond the this part here. Oops. This part here, so, and I was able to, it's down about here, so I was still able to get the clamp on there. I got the clamp tightened. I did have to kind of undo this hose clamp, or this down here. Hold on. See right in here, this guy, there's a hole in here. I had to undo that just because I could not get this in high enough. So I hope that's going to be okay. We'll find out. But I don't think that's going to matter at all. I mean, it's got a nice tight seal. It's still fairly, I mean, this thing is holding on pretty good. So now we're going to go to this side over here. Well, I hope that's good. I mean, it's sealed. All right. Well, that concludes the insulation part. See, this is what I did not want to happen right here. The fin's getting bent over. I mean, that's, in the grand scheme of things, that's not too much. Hopefully it didn't pierce anything, but I don't think it did. But now, you know how I said, hold on, let me turn you all around and look at my face. All right, now how I said that we're gonna use that little thing. We gotta go underneath and check the on a 2011 and newer F-150, well, anything with the 6R80 transmission does not have a transmission dipstick. Kind of. It doesn't have one in the engine bay. You got to go underneath the vehicle, and there's a little midget thing that you got to get to. So it's been a minute since I've done this, so I'm going to go investigate it, get the right tools, and then I'll show you what we got to do. Okay, now looking under here, you can see here's the exhaust pipe. See this? Whoop, right there. That is your dipstick. So I'm gonna go get the right tool for that. That looks like about a 3/4-ish. I'll confirm that once I get it on there, but that's what we're looking for. All right, it is indeed a 3/4-inch wrench. So I already broke it loose because it's a little bit contrary. And I have a rag down below me here, just in case it drips. Remove stick from cap before use. Says so right. Well, it says see owner's manual. Ugh. Focus. Remove stick from cap before use. There you go. Alright. Let me wipe this thingy-majiggy off. Hold on, put y'all down. Okay. There's that. Right there. Okay. Okay. Well, it's got fluid. Might be overfilled, but let me look at the service manual here. Yeah, might need to look at the service manual. Hold on. That way. There we go. Let's look at the service manual, and we will see. You might have to have it running, or have it at hot, or whatever the case may be. We'll see. Maybe it doesn't need transmission fluid. Maybe it's overfilled. I don't know. We'll check. Welcome back to underneath the white buffalo. That's kind of weird. Anyways, looking through the old earner's manual here. See if I can stand y'all up. Oh, there we go. Perfect. It says, refer to scheduled maintenance information for scheduled interviews for fluid checks and changes. Your transmission does not consume fluid. How do they know that? Every transmission, I don't know, whatever. However, the fluid level should be checked if the transmission is not working properly, which mine is not, so we're good. It is working fine. Or if you notice some signs of fluid leakage, which I don't. Also, when we took the fluid off, or when we took the original transmission cooler off, no fluid leaked out of it, maybe a drop or so, but nothing crazy. So I'm going to go with, we're good. Now, I'll report back to you if something changes there, but I think we'll be fine. Obviously, you saw it has fluid on the dipstick. I'm pretty sure you guys saw that. I don't know, it might have been fuzzy. I don't know. But it does have fluid on the dipstick. So what I'm going to do, put this thing back in and send it. All right. Out from underneath that fun space. Anyways, that concludes the old white Buffy upgrades for today. Getting the transmission cooler on there. We're going camping this weekend. Well, we will have been camping for you guys. You guys will be seeing this on Sunday when we're back, and I'll let you know how it does in the mountains of West by God, Virginia. I'll let y'all know how it does. Anyways, let's go on to some other projects today, or this week. Well, it's raining outside, but I figure I'd show y'all. Let's slide out here to the chicken coop, because we've been doing some work on it. Let me flip y'all around, show y'all what we got here. It's not finished. We still have some work to do yet. But here you go. So we got pen up here. Obviously, we got to come over here and put that up against. But this is what I did last night. Got the old roof on. There's the old junk roof. Slide around here. Got this side fixed. The other side is all right, so we just did a panel on this side. We redid the windows here so we can, hold on, let me zoom y'all out here. Oh, hold on. So you can do this. We put some hinges up there, and we're gonna make them like where you can prop them open like that, get some air flowage. I gotta finish the other side. I didn't do that side very well. We put the hinges on backwards, so whatever. But got that. We cleared out some space here. We started digging for the raised bed planter. If you know Fairfield, Pennsylvania, there's no shortage of rocks in the ground, so there's that. I started using some of these here. Did my first mow of the season today, right before it started raining. We didn't really have that much grass to mow, but this is my scrap pile from the roof over there. That stuff's a pain in the butt to cut. So, just a little update on the outside projects. I haven't really done anything with Andrea's playhouse over there. It's still kind of just sitting there. So, there's your update on that. Now I'm all wet. Let's get to updates in the shop. Howdy y'all. Welcome to another episode of Thoughts with Mayhem. I'm your host, Mayhem. Have you guys ever started a project with a plan in mind and you're like, that's gonna be sweet. And then you're like looking at your budget and you're like, man, okay, well, let's see. All right, maybe I can trim a little bit of the fat here, maybe a little bit of the fat here, whatever, yeah. And then a deal comes along that you're just like, bingo, that's gonna save me some cash-oli. Well, Mr. Mayhem fell into that trap. I had a plan that I was going to use JK, JL, Gladiator, whatever, lower control arms, and as like a mid-arm suspension, and kind of then I could do like a nice tummy tuck and all that jazz. Then I looked at, okay, well, I'm gonna be spending X amount of dollars. Well, okay. And then that Duke Engineering Solutions deal came up, the subframe, and I looked at it and I'm like, bingo. That's saving me some cash because I mean, it's got all the mounts in it, takes away the guesswork. I mean, it's got good geometry. It would be sweet. So I did it. I bought it and I thought, good. This is gonna be sweet. And I got kind of trapped into this deal of, man, I can make my Jeep look like that. I'll put the comment right here, or the picture right here. And then I get to thinking about things. Like, okay, all right, I'm gonna have 32-ish inch long suspension links, something like that. Okay, I'm using JK. Oh my goodness. I'm using JK axles, which have a super tight scrub radius, especially with the stock wheels that I want to run. I want to run stock JK, JL, JT wheels, or at least stock backspacing, stock width. You know, I'm open to, doesn't have to be a stock wheel, but I want those specifications. Doing that, using these suspension links, I won't get any suspension or any turning radius. So I bought those Duke Engineering Solutions deals with the thought, man, this is going to save me money. And then in the end, without totally redoing all of my suspension and everything that made the Duke Engineering Solutions sweet, I'm more money into it than I was to start. So I believe we're gonna go back to my original plan of JK, JL, JT, whatever control arms, with basically Mayhem's custom fabrication, suspension stuff. I'm gonna buy pre-bent and pre-made brackets from like Barnes 4-wheel drive or Rough Stuff or something like that. I haven't got that. I've got that far. I've got a couple shopping carts, but I got to make sure they're what I want. So, believe me, guys and gals, I think the Duke Engineering Solutions thing would be sweet if I had Dana 60s and 42s or 40s or 39s or whatever and was going hardcore. But I want to keep this a street rig. And in order to keep it a street rig, I need to have narrow-ish axles. And in order to have narrow-ish axles and still have turning radius, I need to have suspension links with bends in them. Hence, the JK suspension arms, or JL or JT. So, there's thoughts with Mayhem. Thanks for listening in. Let's get back to the shop. Anyways, so let me try to explain to you what I have going on with the axles. Let me see if I can stuff an axle underneath the front here. Let's see. Put you on pause here. Alright, so I hope this can kind of explain what we're working with here. Alright, so these are stock JK control arms. This top one is a bent stock JK control arm. And then this bottom one is actually a rear control arm, but I'm just using it as a point-to-point to show you the difference. Like this, if this was longer, it would be attached to the new subframe, right? The Duke Engineering Solutions subframe. So you can see the clearance that's gained here on top of, I'm not going to be using, this is like 1.5" tubing. I'll be using 2" tubing. So it'll be even more exaggerated how much clearance I'm gaining here. And then if you look here, when you turn the line, well, hold on here. Whoop! Not what I wanted to do. All right. So that's about where it'll be. If you look at the line, the back of my tire is going to be right in here. It's going to be hitting. So that's why I'm going with the JK control arm, or doing a little bit more research, I might actually be going with a Gladiator control arm, front and rear, because they're about the same length. A JK control arm stock is about 20, I believe it's somewhere around 21.5 inches long or so, something like that. Well, I don't know. Let me grab a tape measure. This is a stock control arm, so yep, it is point to point. All right, 22.5. A Gladiator front, even with the bend in it and everything, just like this is 24. The rear Gladiator control arms, they're straight, but they are like 23 and 7/8 or something like that. So essentially, with adjustment of like Johnny joints or whatever control arms I use, I can make them essentially the same length. So there's your explanation there. That's why I'm going to be selling this Duke Engineering Solutions subframe. If you guys were excited to see that, I'm sorry. But I think that we're still going to have ourselves a pretty stout suspension setup here. Pretty cool here. Just, this is nowhere near, I didn't measure center. I just kind of eyeballed it, looked at it. But that's going to be pretty sweet right there. I have that. So I bought this axle because it was trussed and it had some stuff done already to it. I got some work to do to this axle already. I'm gonna be going with coil springs. I was looking at doing coilovers. They're just not in the budget. They're expensive. So I'm gonna be cutting off these coil over mounts. I'm gonna be cutting off this track bar mount because my coil spring mount's gonna go right in here. I'll be cutting off this 3-link mount. Oh, let me bring you guys down here. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm looking at here. There we go. That 3-link mount right there. I'm going to bring that, and that's actually going to go over here on top here. And then the same thing over here. I got to cut off the coilover mount. So, yeah. So that's kind of my explanation. I'll get more into detail in it. I actually have to... Whoops. Let me turn you all around so you can see my pretty face. So, I got to order the parts, and I got to figure out, you know, budget-wise, because honestly, budget-wise, they're going to be pretty much same price back and forth between the Duke Engineering Solutions subframe or the Mayhem custom fabrication JK type 3-link JT, whatever you want to call it. It'd be roughly about the same, plus or minus 50 or $100. So negligible in that. I still have to decide on shocks. Right now, unless anyone knows a sponsor that wants to sponsor me, like Fox Shocks, King Shocks, Radflow, Bilstein, whoever, it'd be cool. But right now, just on the Mayhem's custom fab budget, it's looking like I'm going to be going with Bilstein 7100s. I got to get the links in and all that stuff. Sorry for the background noise. There we go. Sorry for the background noise. My wife's home, if you couldn't tell. Anyways, gonna go with Bilstein 7100s. They're the most cost-effective option for getting a rebuildable 2-inch shock, and they also have short body ones, so I might be able to get a little bit better travel options. So pretty cool stuff. That's where I'm at with the suspension, guys and gals. Hopefully, y'all will enjoy this adventure as we go forward with it and make it happen. But as you can hear, my daughter's home and my wife's home, so I'm gonna let y'all go. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that YouTube-y stuff. Bye-bye.